Hey guys, this is Dorsh and Lockie, and we're basically making a whole bunch of videos teaching and exploring digital marketing topics. So today's topic that we're exploring is the whole idea of videos and what videos businesses should be making. I feel like a lot of marketers and even business owners and communications people are a little bit confused when it comes to what video should we make to achieve whatever goal it is for the business. So we're going to explore that today.
So I think one thing that a lot of businesses assume when first making video is that they need to start by having a corporate video introduction. But if you really, I guess, pull it back a little bit and think about where that type of a video would be used, it's really, I guess, purpose to sit on the company website as people come through as an introduction to the brand. It can be shared out onto social media if it's, I guess, produced in the right way and made to be entertaining. But a lot of the time it is sitting on the website of a company, and unless they're already driving significant traffic through that website, the value of that video, I guess, is kind of lost, and really you might be better off starting in some other places to begin, I guess, creating that marketing funnel. Yeah,
I guess like the challenge is like all businesses are very excited about creating a video. They jump into it and they think that what they need is a company introduction video. They go ahead and make it. And the only place it has to live is the website. And then they kind of realize that, oh, okay, cool, we've put our video up, and it's like, did the video make a difference? And the answer to that from their perspective would be probably no, if they don't have much traffic on the website, right? So that's kind of the realization they're having. And I guess what we're trying to explore is like, all right, well, why did that happen and what needs to change, right? Yeah. So I guess one of the things is the issue of traffic. And anytime you're making a video, you always have to explore who's going to see it and how they're going to see it. And especially like, if anyone is going to see it and if it's a topic that someone's going to care about. So if it is an introduction to your business, that's wonderful to have. Maybe a short version of it could be used on social media and everything like that. The home for it more or less will be somewhere on your website. So I guess the next thing that you have to think about it is, all right, cool, we need to figure out a way to drive traffic to these parts of our website or this page so that people will actually watch this video. And I guess, just a little off the top of my head kind of idea is maybe do a shorter version of the original introduction and use that as a social media ad or something like that, just to let people know that you're this business and you exist, and maybe they might click through to explore the actual website, right? Yeah, definitely. That's probably one of the most common things that we do for people is running ad campaigns with shorter videos, more, I guess, introductory videos to drive people through to that website, get that traffic up, and then it becomes really about, I guess, a conversion funnel is hitting the percentages. If you've got 100 people going through your website, it's about converting 3 or 4% of that. And if you think that is the formula, then why not push as many people in from the top of the funnel and look to fill that up using social media advertising. And video is a great one for that at the moment. Social media, so Facebook, even LinkedIn is giving a lot of weight to social media videos because of the popularity of them. Well, even Google, when you really look at it, because YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube, yeah. And what that really means is, if you're creating or if you're marketing in general, you're looking to buy media space, you're advertising. So just like if you were to buy billboards or if you were to buy advertising space in a newspaper, you want to buy as much space for as low a cost as possible. And because video is preferred, it allows you to do that. You can get organic reach, so get more placements in news feeds without a cost, as well as you can lower the cost of your advertising, so your paid advertising, because of Facebook actually preferring that video format. So when we begin to speak on why video is beneficial in terms of advertising, because if you're paying for advertising, there really isn't no difference. But in terms of video success in advertising, I think it's great because you can obviously obtain a lot more space for the same cost and get in front of a lot more people, really. So that's a great way to see it, I guess. Start off by working on social media and driving more traffic through to your website.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, just to kind of look back at the two areas that we explored, just so people don't get confused, is the idea of an introduction video. Yes, that's the first thought you have. It's great for your website and everything like that, but have this other thought around, all right, well, maybe social media and these other channels will actually play a part in bringing traffic to the website, so people actually check out the website and see these videos and things like that. So that other area is, all right, cool, social media videos and maybe some social media ads. So like social media, it just in there, you could have so many different flavors of videos, from like live videos to event promo videos to different videos that are promoting your services and products and everything like that. So there's a whole large kind of space of different videos that comes in different shapes and flavors and everything like that. So I guess what we could do now is maybe have a look at what some of these other videos could be. And I guess the thing to keep in mind is, yes, social media is a very, very big part of what all this is, and video will always fit into it, but don't just think only social media. There's probably other places that some of these ideas could work in as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. And like you mentioned just then, is social media has a few different areas, and the way I like to say it is there's people who are out there, they're probably in the market for your product, but they're not buying or actively searching it out right now. And they're the people who you want to get in front of and I guess make them aware of your product and convince them to go and do that extra investigating in terms of having a look at your website or whatever it be. But there's also those people who are on social media or on YouTube, for example, and they are actually actively researching your product already. So they might be looking for information in terms of, how do I go about applying for a mortgage, or how do I make a video in terms of some of our customers. They begin looking at how do they do it for themselves. So that's exactly what we're doing in this video here, is looking to facilitate those questions of when people are really early in the buying process. So before they come to your website, getting them through there, helping them facilitate those questions.
I guess, I mean, another way, so it's all around thought leader videos. That's basically what we're exploring. But I guess a good way to start understanding how this all makes sense is the idea of how you probably ended up with the first car you ever bought, right? And it had to do with, all right, cool, you figured that you needed a way to transport and everything like that when you were 18 or whatever it was, and you had someone to go to or some place or something like that, usually your dad, to start answering some of the questions around what type of car you need and all that kind of stuff. So ultimately, with videos and the thought leader videos and everything like that, you want to try and position yourself a bit like the father figure of being able to help you choose that car, but in this case, help you choose services and products in your space. I guess another way to look at it, just because it's a very hot and trending topic in digital marketing, is influencer marketing, right? So this idea of content marketing and everything like that, without using too many fancy words, is you're trying to create content that's influencing your market to help them make a purchase decision. And some of these thought leader videos and everything like that should be doing exactly that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And influencer marketing is something that kind of has probably paired really well with social media for a long time, because when you think of it, it's social media, it's people, it's about engaging with each other. And some of those themes you touched on is that when you're buying your first car, you go to your dad and you're asking that question. Same as on social media, is it's people to people trust people and they trust them with the information they give. So rather than going to a company and getting it from a company, if you see a celebrity on social media who's endorsed that product, you feel a bit more comfortable. And I think now it's even broken down a lot more, that people have moved away from celebrity endorsers and looked more towards micro influencers. So influencers in their niche space that's a lot more relevant, or a lot more close to home, and looking to create that connection. So it is a big part of how you kind of, I guess, are creating value around your product and engaging with people in your audience.
Yeah, so I mean that's thought leader videos, and I guess we kind of shifted a little bit into the influencer conversation a little bit, but that probably leads on to the next thing that we should explore, which is like it's your products and services and your client's experience with some of those products and everything like that. So another area of, all right, cool, when you go to make videos is obviously you're gonna have to start looking at how your services work and how your products work, and you want to start talking about some of these things, right? Bringing your clients in to help you create some of these pieces. So this is just testimonial videos. They could be standalone testimonial videos, or they could be featured as a part of a service or product video as well. But it's that idea of getting a little bit of the market influencers' thoughts in amongst that content as well. It's a very big part of being able to get people across the line, I guess, to start trusting in you and everything like that. Yeah, so I mean, just touching on your topic, we used to kind of trust in Mariah Carey to help a mum pick out their baby seat or something like that. But I guess now it's shifting even more into like, who's the coolest mums leaders in my local neighborhood? And now it's, what are those mums saying? And what baby seat do those mums want to pick? And how does that fit into Australian lifestyle and all that kind of stuff? So we're micro niching down, and I guess that's actually a huge opportunity for any business now, because you don't have this $150,000 celebrity endorsement price tag you have to deal with. You could deal with just the local mum down the road to make that content.
Yeah. I guess it comes down to social proof, and even you touched on it then, is the cost of pulling a lot of these videos off is because of that come down a lot. So even working with your clients, so testimonies, or we do case studies for some clients, doing that type of content, you don't even sometimes have to pay for it. You could incentivize it, so offer some discounts to your client in future, or just give them something for their time. But a lot of the time, this content is very easy to make. It's just about taking the time and reaching out to the person, and I just guess that effort in getting it done.
And if you were to really kind of, if you could, the ultimate step you could take in this content creation and getting your clients and everyone involved is, imagine if you didn't even have to spend time, energy, or money into creating the content. Your clients are just making it for you. It's the whole idea of proper influencer marketing, where you just give them the product and they start talking about it. But just starting to think about, how could I start behaving in a way as a brand where my clients just want to start talking about me on social media and these type of channels, just to start spreading the word. Maybe not because they want to promote our business, but maybe because it's just a part of their lifestyle, and whatever service we delivered is just a very good fit for them, and they like talking about it, So looking at those opportunities is probably another good one to kind of explore while we're on this topic, right?
Yeah, curated content's another massive benefit for brands. If they can get their clients to do that work for them, they're ultimately getting their clients to do their marketing or advertising or promotion for them. So one other massive unknown benefit of doing that is if you can get your clients to post on their social media pages, so on Facebook, because of the algorithm and how Facebook's pretty much deemed that audiences don't want to see business pages, they're more interested in people to people. You'll get in front of more people because of that, without having to, I guess, pay. So use or maximize the reach or the people who your clients know, and encourage them or incentivize them to take those actions and post for you or share you out there, because there's the massive unknown benefits in doing that.
So another thing that you could actually leverage when it comes to video is events. Now, events could be, you could look at events in two different ways: promoting the event itself and everything around it, and actually looking at the event as an opportunity to start creating content as well. Was there anything in particular around events that you wanted to mention, Lucky?
I guess just on what you were saying is there's two areas. Obviously having the content there for future events to be able to actually promote, so you don't necessarily want to be falling back to images or creating an animation to advertise an event. You want to have footage from past events that you can draw on to snip together a little promotion or something like that. And other good things are even going in on the day doing interviews with attendees, store holders, speakers from the day. That won't only obviously help you to get more people in the door for the event, but it might even help you to get more store holders for a future event, or get speakers engaged with that event because they can see how other people who were, stakeholders in the event, what they took from it. So there's a number of benefits of obviously creating content around your events.
I guess the kind of lens that you should start seeing events in is it's an opportunity to invest in for the business when it comes to content. So whenever you've got an event coming up, even if it's 3 months in advance, just start thinking of, all right, what type of content could we leverage out of this scenario? Because they'll very likely there's a ton of uses for the content that you pull out of events when it comes to promoting. Was there anything else when it comes to video content that we haven't really explored? I know we touched on, social media videos and ads and how you could play with that, introduction videos, thought leader videos. We looked at events and what you do around there. I mean, the only other major one that I really wanted to touch on again is just use your freaking iPhone or your smartphone to create as much content as you can. That's just a big one that a lot of people just kind of leave out. Maybe it's procrastination. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people don't tend to look at their phone as an option to make content. They feel like they need to spend $2,000 with a professional, which is fine. You can give us the money, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, depending on where you're using that video, the video and the production behind the video doesn't really matter as long as you've got the right message at the right place in, I guess, the buying journey, and getting that in the front of the right audiences. So that's really all it comes down to. Other than that, I don't think there's much that we've really missed out on. In a broad sense, there's one topic or one type of video that a lot of people refer to as brand videos, and it's so broad in the sense of it's anything that your brand resonates or your audience is resonating with. For example, Red Bull have a whole series of content where they're just doing kind of like X Games, extreme activities, jumping out of planes, skydiving, just
anything to associate your brand with, and and as long as it resonates with the right demographic, then you're in. If your demographic's old people and you could do something with old people and your brand in amongst it, then do it and make content around it. That's also something.
You kind of just want to be the cool guy known for doing that piece of content. In a sense, you want to associate yourself with those brand pieces that you create. And those ones are generally really effective or can be really effective if they've had the right thinking. There's a number of them who have gotten it completely wrong, but they can be really good on social media when done right. Yeah,
like you could be the popular kid back in the high school kind of days party, or you could be the try hard kid, and you there's a fine line between the two, and you got to obviously be the popular cool kid, not the try hard, right?
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, guys. We're making a ton of videos like this, so definitely tune into the next one. One thing, if you did like this video, is definitely check out the No Bull Guide to Digital Marketing ebook. Covers all the topics that we were just exploring in a little bit more detail, and there's a lot of marketing knowledge in there that's also really good for anyone. But until next time, guys, my name's Dush. This is Lucky. Stay tuned. Peace.